old BSF.
Yeah. I mean, I'ma just take the conversation. Boom. Rap for.
Yeah.
I got my chains on too.
Turn me up, Philip, a little bit.
Yeah, the dub now.
They ask who's the best MC,
20.
Biggie, Jay-Z, or
Dub
Nas. Aubrey Graham, Jermaine Cole, Kendrick
the
Lamar,
messages.
Weezy F, Eminem, or Tupac Shakur. Well, I think it's about time that I make a mention of boy. I ain't even dropped an album, I still ain't been on a tour. I ain't got no platinum records and I ain't won no awards. You know, you fight uphill battles while pushing the culture forward, and the shit they neglect you for make the legends respect you more. See, now the game is based
Shout out Simba. That shit.
What up? I go by the name of Ski. 1/3 of the three-headed goat.
Yo.
Back.
Bah.
Back to the bone.
AKA Filipino Grigio, AKA Mr. Cozy Wear.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, okay.
I like that.
Yeah.
Comfort Bay.
Comfort Bay.
Oh.
Comfort Bay. To the left of me, I got, you know who he is, Jeff Horny Sex.
I don't know if I'm horny or it's the sex.
Mr. Work Bay. That sport, playing all fields and all courts.
You already know.
Yeah.
To the far left, we got, you know who it is, Mr. Deep Voice.
Humbly.
That'd be me.
Humbly
Real
Have,
Humbly have.
AKA Hugh Hefner. Have Hefner, my fault. The 40-year-old phenom. Can't forget the 40-year-old phenom.
What was
put
the
that
name
up
we
there.
gave him in the last episode? Canary.
Canary Have. Canary Have, yeah.
Getting that off.
Yeah, definitely gotta get that one off.
Very sophisticated.
Mr. Have.
Mr. Have, can't forget about that one either.
Mr. Have.
Mr. Have, I got him for you. You and I play 7 up, Mr. Have.
Yo. Speaking of which, Have sent me his email earlier.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I saw that. What is going on with your email, bro? Like,
Hold
Yo.
up, that was at the time. That was a dream of mine to make my. It was gonna be my company. That was the name of my company. That's
all
what
right,
block
'cause
I'm from.
that shit sounded like it was
what
part
kind
of
of company it was? I want to hear this next. So.
We ain't getting it.
that shit sounded like it was gonna be part of a Rico.
label. He was making a label.
I
He
swear,
was making a label.
I
was a
swear,
label. It was
like
a label.
if you pull up the Discovery, you would see that the email in the Rico charge.
Right. Yeah, it
Like,
definitely was a Rico charge.
yeah,
Yeah,
definitely
it was a cover for the money laundry shit we was doing
for sure.
back in the day. I
Money,
can't say
the money
much
in the
shit.
floorboards smelling like mildew. Yeah.
But I never let go of it. So, I got a bunch
Benny
of
said that.
Benny, oh yeah, Benny did say that.
Shout out to Benny, BSF.
Big Benny, big BSF.
Yeah.
But like what Simba say, Weezy F should be top.
He said
Top
Eminem.
what?
He said Eminem. We taking Eminem out.
I'm taking
Taking
Eminem
Weezy
out.
out. So.
Y'all know how
No,
I
we're
feel
not
about
taking
him.
Weezy
I'm
out.
taking Weezy out. So.
I respect
his
Weezy craft.
ass.
For sure.
I think Weezy got like at his peak. You can't disrespect his peak. His peak was better than a lot of people peak.
Yeah, it's not a lot of people who have runs.
And I feel like he back now. No? I guess you disagree.
God. Okay.
No, his verses lately has been pretty good. Since he did
No,
he
yeah,
I give
definitely.
you
Especially
did the Benny joint with Big Sean.
God did.
Yeah, but I'm saying like in his last like 4 or 5 verses he did, he been
Yeah,
really
he been on
killing
point.
shit.
I like him now more than I did before.
Yeah, he did another
But
verse
he
that
ain't
was
top
crazy.
5 though.
He did that We Set the Trend Jones too with
Jones.
that Jim Jones. He killed that shit too.
Y'all fuck with Weezy.
But you like him or not, is undeniable. His run he had on hip hop and stuff like that. Yeah. He a bigger artist than 50.
And his work ethic.
Whoever brings up 50.
No, because you know I was thinking about
no.
Whoever brings up
Don't
50.
disrespect 50. I fuck with 50.
Bruh.
know,
I fuck
but-
with his work
I
ethic.
fuck with 50. Yeah, I fuck with 50 the mogul.
Yeah, the work ethic, but not
Yeah.
the rapper. No, he
I
just
guess so.
Nah, but
took Josh style. Just was
Get Rich or
harder
Die
with it.
Trying is a classic. Like
It's very much.
That's where
And
it
then-
in it.
Yeah, I'm about to say that it went down.
after that, he just didn't care no more. I'm just gonna release music because they gonna buy it. Like,
I listened to a second album. It was pretty good, but
But on that Murder Inc.
Massacre-
documentary, they
Massacre was
talk about
alright.
that. They
Wasn't
talking
bad.
about how he came, and you hear they talking about how Jay was like, "Yo, y'all better get y'all shit together."
actually,
he
you
was
know
saying
what?
that for
Yeah,
years.
yeah. In 4 months, 50 Cent is coming.
coming here like 50.
Flood, he said flooded.
yeah, he was telling Beans and them to drop and all that shit before that.
You hear the Guru story?
What the one we talking about?
Guru was talking about how you know the song. I know you don't love me because you don't
Yeah,
feel,
he
you don't
said they
feel the,
should've
feel, you don't act the same when Jay-Z's
Jay-Z
around.
around.
Guru was like he was talking to Bleak. He was like that was our hook.
Yeah, how we missed that.
How we missed that. That should have
Fuck
been
we
our
missed
hook.
that.
Yeah,
But yeah, even what Irvin was talking about, like, yeah, these niggas, like, they got us. Like they was trying and they just couldn't get back from under
For sure.
50. 50 fucked the whole label up. A whole label. Because at that time, Murder Inc. and them was on top.
Well, you can say, can you say 50 was the first person to like go not viral, but he started that trend era. Like everybody was rocking with 50 just because. Like when you look at it now, hindsight, you're like, yo, Ja Rule had some good music and shit like that. But at the time, the trend was going.
I can't because you East Coast, West Coast.
He was popping the charts though.
East Coast, what you said? Just siding with somebody?
Yeah. Like I feel like like for example, like how the Tekashi thing came around. Not in the fact of that, but it's like everybody just jumped ship and everybody was on what Tekashi was doing. Like, so when 50 came around, it was like, it's something fresh, it's something new, and we fucking with it. And whatever he say, like,
I get what you're saying.
And it was like, fuck whatever Ja Rule did in the hip hop game, because he not fucking.
It was no room for anybody else.
Yeah. It wasn't no room, and we was just going with the flow.
Yeah.
It was like the first person that went like kind of like trendy. Like it became a trend when he said that wankster shit and all that shit.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, yeah, it's fuck Ja Rule because 50 out now.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. Yeah, especially as a result of a beef. Yeah.
And it's like when you look at it, it's like, damn, what the fuck Ja Rule do to just be like, he disappeared after that. And it was very trendy that it happened. Like it was just like a trend. Like 50 came and Ja Rule was gone because everybody jumped the wave. I think that's the first time you saw it where like,
especially to that magnitude, because Ja Rule was everywhere.
He was big. He was real big.
It was a big wave of like, like now, for example, that Period On shit. Like that's just a wave of something that happened. And like I feel like 50 came in as a wave, and it's just like, yeah, we rocking with that. Like,
but they said that in the documentary. They was like, even if you wanted to like both of them, 50 made it. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you had to. You only fuck with him.
Yeah, and that's what it was. It was very like alienated.
Right.
I think they was trying to do that the whole for a while too. Like I remember Cameron was trying to do that the whole like.
Tried.
Like he too old to be like the king of New York.
Yeah, he tried to make him uncool.
And then he said, y'all niggas can wear sneaks on the beach if y'all want. Like, because they was teasing him for being out on the beach with flip-flops on. How you the king of New York with chancletas on?
Yeah.
Oh, he said that.
Yeah. And Ho said on Kingdom Come.
What did he say? Just in case y'all thought he was lying.
Yeah. Gucci. Yeah. He said that on
my Louis slippers, polo top, Louis shorts, so my balls don't get high. Yeah, our balls a lot. Yeah.
But that take a lot for you to stand on where you stand at on it.
Absolutely.
Like, a couple times he referenced it back like, yeah, y'all niggas, I had on sandals.
Absolutely.
And
I think that's just life period though. You got to double down on your shit.
Yeah, you got to, but you got to be sure yourself though to do that.
Yeah, sure.
Because that's what Josh should have did in his position.
Yeah,
double down on being who you are.
Right. Clapback wasn't bad though.
No, but
they was talking about that too. They was saying like,
Clapback was good. And New York came out.
At the time, it was him. Like he engaged in it. Like they would say, he was bigger than 50, so he should just like brush it off.
Exactly. He tried to mimic what 50 was doing. Exactly. He tried to be the same gangster as him.
I forget. It was one diss track Ja dropped, and the whole diss track was whack, except the last two lines where he was like, "Emmy, your mother's a crackhead, and Kim is a known slut. So what you think Haley gonna be when she grow up?" I was like,
I think the line go like, then spit the whole line. You heard me? I think it go like that.
It's something like something along
that shit, just like that Nick Cannon shit too.
I think it's that. I think it's the exact line. But yeah, I don't know the rest of it. But
he tried to, instead of staying in his lane. And then the funniest thing about that beef is like he killed him for making hip love songs and all that. And with 50 though,
came and do it.
He did all that
shit. His was a little harder though. Like
it was like a thug falling in love.
Yeah,
exactly. But no, what's the name? You need that thug in that loving.
Like love. Yeah. All I need is a stage, dog.
Yeah. But that's that was the music portion.
Yeah.
We can go all day because I just told them that I think Cole better than Kendrick, but I said what I said.
I ain't even going to totally disagree with that, but go ahead.
Speaking of Nick Cannon, you know the running joke. Nick Cannon had another one.
Another baby. Another dark one too. Have asked for.
Oh, is it dark skin girl?
Yeah.
Oh, you spoke that into existence. Good for you.
All this shit for he hear motherfuckers talking now. He can go stick his dick in a black bitch.
Yeah. Well, but the baby was here though.
Yeah, the baby.
Well, they've been saying it for longer than 9 months that he don't got no dark skin. So it's been long enough.
He just find one. Let me pick the bitch from. What's she from?
The front video.
Front video. Yeah.
Beautiful.
He seen her on the joint. Let me go fuck her.
That nut ass orange hat she had on.
Damn, why?
The hat was nutty.
Why
bro.
you grinding up a hat?
It was like them NFL sideline hats. Like it was like a brim joint, but it was like stiff as
What, she
shit.
had the Bengals hat on?
Yeah, it was kind of like it was just stiff as shit. I never liked that.
I remember
You ain't like the
it
song,
was like
you
the
ain't like
curve
the
cap.
video.
No, I
You
definitely
like
like
the
the song. I definitely like the song.
You didn't like it, right?
I did like the
I
song.
thought somebody said that. I thought that was you who said you ain't like Front.
Hov
Frank?
killed that.
No.
Yeah,
Hov killed that.
song. Definitely killed it.
They said that was one of Hov's best verses.
Yeah. I would say that.
Front?
One is best.
It wasn't better than his.
It depends on what the rank. What's the
If you, I'm talking about his like love song type.
Oh,
yeah.
front in the audience.
That wasn't better than the
best
best of me, John.
Yeah, best of me was
No,
best
Best
of
of
me.
Me,
probably
yeah.
one of his best ones.
Yeah, Best of Me is definitely one of his best ones.
But you gotta figure front.
Song
He
Cry.
only had like what 16
16
bars.
bars,
On
yeah.
that?
Song Cry. Yeah.
Song Cry, my favorite song. By the way.
Yeah.
Favorite song.
I guess so. It's not a bad song.
I'm a man.
It's my favorite.
It's not. It's probably but now that you said it, it's probably my favorite too. But I can't I want to disagree with you, but I can't think of a Jay-Z song that I like better than that though.
Better than Song Cry? No, I can't think of one.
Good dude, I let you like cook food.
He was doing.
I'm a man with pride. You don't do shit like that.
No,
you don't just pick up and leave me sick like that.
Never Change is another good one too.
That's my next one.
Yeah, Never Change.
Favorite Jay-Z? I don't think Never Change is better than Song Cry though.
No. Song Cry, my favorite. Never Changed my beat.
Streets robbed me. Wasn't educated probably.
Yeah,
Fuck y'all, I needed money for it. Sorry. Yeah, that's
It's top tier for sure.
Blueprint, favorite album.
yeah. Blueprint my favorite album.
The
I
whole
argue
Blueprint,
people
yeah.
down.
The whole
I
Blueprint.
argue people down. That's probably my favorite
I can
album.
still listen to it like front to back.
Came out 9/11 too.
Yes, it did.
It did.
So did
That
Fabulous
year.
first album.
Yep.
Who?
Yo, it's really bad because like we definitely. It's the first time I think like we were just talking about this earlier where we see rappers like getting old and comedians getting old.
Yeah.
And like the corn level was just kind of like
Yeah.
it's bad because like I was a big Fab fan. All of a sudden I started seeing his outfits on Instagram and I don't think I could listen to any more Fab shit. Not the same.
They was loving his outfits, and I feel like
I'm about to
Shorty's
say,
kind of.
He was cool at first. Like I think like before the pre-pandemic Fab, his shit was fly.
Say he was the
His shit
most
was fly.
drippiest hip
But
And
I
then-
think that's when he was being unique.
Yeah.
Now it
you-
seemed like they
you
bring
rocking-
out something. He wear the trendy clothes.
Yeah.
Before it was him being unique. Like, all right. And I think that's what fashion really is finding a unique way. Anybody can buy the latest thing and put it on.
Put it on, yeah.
It's how you find a, like, damn, you brought this back, or this ain't been out, or damn, you put this with that. But just buying, like, lately I feel like Fab just been buying the newest shit and then just wearing it, but for somebody else.
Yeah.
I ain't seen Fab. I don't think I follow him.
But for a while, they was like, even if I didn't follow him either, but chicks was reposting. I'm like, oh my God,
he was
Fab
the trend.
killed
Like
it.
as far as clothes,
He
wise.
fell off after the pandemic.
Yo, when he put on this
Pandemic for
emerald,
Fab get an excuse too though, because he knocked Shorty too foul, and they ain't cancel him after that.
yeah, he put on this emerald green fur with these emerald green Sperry top side of Tim's.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I was like, yo, I'm done.
Wow.
But New York always been different with fashion though. So
Yeah,
Give him a
but
pass
Fab
with
has
that.
always been like, I feel like Fab was like one of the only rappers from New York who could kind of like cross over.
That could be regular.
Yeah.
But then his bitch was his stylist, so maybe she trying to.
Yeah, Emily. Yeah,
his
Emily
bitch
definitely was
is
the
a
stylist. I
stylist,
forgot
They
about
still
that.
together though, ain't they?
Yeah. She probably sabotaging
that-
shit.
yeah, after that 2 room with your
babe,
ass
wear this
now.
shit.
She probably trying to get her name back.
Put this
so
on,
throw
Big
this
Bird.
dumb shit. Throw this shit on.
Go neglect some kids.
You really think this look nice? Yeah, babe, wear that. Dumbass. That's a woman for you. A woman to do some shit like that for you. Yeah.
Addictive.
Yeah. A woman is very.
I ain't gonna put my hands on you, but I'm gonna fuck your life. Fuck your life. Bing bong.
Bing bong.
You really think I should wear these leather pants with my ass out? Yeah, babe.
Yeah, they do that.
Yo, you think they be doing that?
Absolutely. You
You
don't
put
think
that on.
you don't think if you fuck up your girl's life somehow and she still wind up with you that she won't find a way? Like, yeah.
It's a group. It's a group of women that allow they men to go out looking any type of way because they don't want them to look
That's
nice.
what I'm saying. I be trying to think about like all this time I put shit on. I'm like, nah, I ain't feeling this joint. Like,
you won't be feeling good. Go ahead, you look good. You crazy. You killing
it, babe.
Dumbass.
Like, hey, this shit kind of tight.
I right on the phone with a friend. You can't believe I just had this motherfucker come out with.
Ain't nobody gonna want him. They want you. They want people to want you when they want you. But once they got you, they don't want nobody to even look at you. So
we don't do that with them though. We still want them to look sexy. Exactly. Like you know what I'm saying, when we go out, we still want them to look
but
good.
we don't want them to look like a hoe either though.
When they go out by themselves.
Revealing.
Yeah.
No, even when I'm with my shorty, I don't want to look. No, because I think it'd be like unwanted attention.
That's true.
Like, you know what I mean? Like when you go in certain places, I don't want you to look too crazy because it breeds a problem. Like if we going down South Street, you don't gotta have a thong going to your ass out. Yeah. And it's gonna bring some of the attention. But if we on vacation or something, all else, you know, let it hang out.
Yeah, that's why I say you on vacation, do you. Act crazy.
But these
niggas don't know you out here.
Yeah, and then you gotta think for people sometimes. Like, you know what I mean? It's sad that it is that way, but something petty is like a nigga don't know how to watch his mouth.
Right.
Can turn deadly because you like now you defending your lady honor, and now next thing you know, one thing is a bigger problem.
That's true too.
So
especially now, motherfuckers' mouths is crazy.
Especially in a group. A group always spawn like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then don't be with your lady and not say nothing. That's some crazy shit.
Yeah.
What?
I used to do
types of nut ass.
Like when I first met my BM when we was younger, and we was like walking places and shit like that, like in high school and all that. Man, I was ready to fight every fucking day.
Oh, yeah.
Who that your little brother? Stop playing with me, bitch.
It be that ego.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and then, you know, niggas get in the group. I used to have a homie like that, and I used to tell him to stop doing that shit. We'd be in the group down South Street and be standing at the corner and somebody walk past with their girl.
He's one of
Yo, shorty, what's up? Why you with that nut ass nigga? Like, yo, don't do that, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
I never liked that. I never liked
shit like that.
Yeah, I never liked shit like that. But shorty will definitely let you going outside looking crazy because she wants you to come home with no numbers in your pocket. So how you think niggas used to get away with cheating when they had to put numbers down on a piece of paper?
Think of the difference. When you go out with her, she'll be like real stupid.
No, I'm dissing. You put it in your sock. Like, what you do with that piece of paper with the number on it?
I don't know. That's his error. I had a cell phone. I had a cell. It was a Nokia, but I had a cell phone. It was a brick, but
we need an old play on this joint.
No, that was an old. That was older than me.
They had the phone books. Remember the phone?
The black book. Yeah, because that was the thing. You found my black book.
You had a black book?
Hove had a black book. I mean, I keep calling you Hove. Have had a black book.
I had a fucking cell phone. A beeper.
Hit my beeper.
Yeah, I had a beeper.
Two-way pager.
Could you save numbers in a beeper?
No. Everybody just got codes.
It would just come up. Yeah.
So I would tell you your code, and you would have to hit me with your code, right?
But even it would save so many numbers, like up to a certain amount of numbers. So you just go up and boom, that's her number right there.
Oh, okay. And you could just all right.
Yeah.
The two-way was out though. Remember the two-way?
Two-way was definitely out here.
I didn't have a two-way.
Motorola two-way pager. That was pre-text message era.
Yeah.
Then the cell phones added that shit, and then that shit was over.
Yep.
So
or the Nokia. You get the Nokia numbers, the walkie numbers.
Oh yeah, I remember that too. Chirps and stuff like
chirps
that.
Shit.
I hated niggas that listen to music when they chirp. Like, get some fucking headphones or something.
The ringtones with all the bass.
Yeah.
Yo, ringtones. Anybody still got ringtones though?
No, my phone is on. I don't even play the Apple rings. My phone is on vibrate all the time.
I think that's scary when you hear people phone ring and everybody look. Because we all, like, that's really like future programming and shit like that. Like, if you was in the 90s and you looked and said, in the 2020s, everybody be having the same phone and the same ringtone and all that, I feel like they accomplished what they was trying to get off. Like,
it's crazy because, like, ringtones was like, it was creativity. I mean, even like MySpace, like, why was MySpace all of a sudden uncool? Because, like, you could actually be creative with your page.
Yeah,
how did Facebook become the
took over?
Yeah, the cool page when MySpace?
Everybody looking for something new.
Yeah, But
same thing with what's the name? People have been trying to leave Instagram for the longest. If you think about it,
yeah,
they just keep stealing all the technology.
Right.
Vine came around, they stole that
Remember
shit.
Vine? Damn.
Yeah, Snapchat came around, they stole that shit. That's why you got stories. TikTok came around, that's why you got reels.
Yeah.
So what's the name? Vine was videos. At first, Instagram was just pictures.
right.
And they got videos because Vine came around. Every
Yeah,
time
it was
something new come around,
It was 7 seconds, right?
yeah,
7 seconds.
yeah. Every time something new come around, Instagram
Instagram
buy
jump
out the
on it.
technology or whatever like that,
Yeah.
and they take over that shit.
So they-
That's why that shit ain't go nowhere yet. Even like the voice groups and shit, they took that from what's that joint that they be using? That creative space joint. That Hove and all them
Clubhouse.
Yeah,
Well, it's not Clubhouse,
yeah.
is it?
It was Clubhouse.
That's
Yeah.
Clubhouse.
They took that
was
shit over before.
Talkbox. Remember Talkbox? Talkbox
Yeah, that was
like
the yeah. Even the video chat shit. What was that shit? It was like V something or yeah. They used to have shit like
It
that.
was
for
V
video.
chat, right?
V something. I don't know, but they used to have shit like that, and Instagram come through buy all that shit
Yeah.
and take it. Before you leave the app, they bring that shit to you. But what we talking about? We always go off subject for a while.
Definitely do. Trying to find where we was at. So I sent a question on Twitter,
Yeah.
and it was saying something about basically along the lines of how do you feel about giving your kids like mental health days from school, the same way we take our own mental health days from work, or
I think you should be getting like in this world of like so many like mental health awareness, and you're brave if you come out and say you having problems and all that. Why don't you get 2 or 3 mental health days a year?
Right.
Like
From-
just
you mean
on
from
your
work
check
or from school?
work, from
Yeah.
in general.
Yeah,
on
I
work.
agree.
Well, I feel like the kids get days like that now. Like they be like staff development days and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it's always added days that be inside the
they get
school year.
a spring break.
Yeah. Well, we got a spring break though.
Well, you do,
Not the job.
not a regular
yeah.
job.
Oh yeah. No, I'm talking
Yeah.
about. No, no. I thought you was talking about the kids. I'm like, we
Yeah,
got a
the
spring
kids
break
do.
and-
Yeah.
Yeah, they get spring break and they get winter break and stuff like that. So they
Yeah.
always have days.
Right.
But I feel like it's been more days implemented
Yeah.
that
I
they
don't.
just
Did we
have
get
dumbass
off
days
like Rosh Hashanah and shit like that?
No, we got off
My
like
school
Columbus
did.
Day and they got rid of that shit.
Oh, so they just
They supplemented it, yeah.
My school got off of Rosh Hashanah. We got off All Saints Day, all type of shit.
Yeah, because it was all them
half
have
the
Catholic
school.
holidays.
That's crazy because that's a Jewish holiday.
All Saints Day?
No, Rosh Hashanah.
No, because they honor.
They called
all
it
the-
something else though. They didn't call it Rosh Hashanah.
If they had enough Jewish kids that went to that school, they gonna give you the fuck off.
It was a
Rosh-
Catholic school. Though.
Listen, we had Rosh Hashanah.
You still
off.
have what's the name? So I went
But-
to Catholic school and I was Baptist.
No, but I'm just talking
You
about.
went to Catholic school. You did not go to Catholic school because you was Catholic. You went to
But he's
Catholic
talking
school because
about
they
the
was better
Catholic,
schools.
the
No,
Catholic
but
religion
Jewish
recognizing Jewish.
people don't.
okay.
Like they
I
don't.
understand that.
They would call it a different thing. It would be like a staff development day, but it'd be on Rosh
But it'll be
Hashanah.
on that day.
on Rosh Hashanah.
Yeah.
But it's crazy in itself that Jewish families are sending Jewish kids to Catholic schools.
Schools, yeah, because you send to school for the curriculum and all that. It ain't about the fucking religion.
There's a lot of
Religion
Muslim kids in Catholic schools.
in
too.
Catholic schools too.
A
Yeah.
lot.
That's a little different to me.
Why? What's the difference?
Well,
What's the difference, dog?
Jewish people have a problem with the idea of Jesus because they say that Jewish people were the ones that murdered him. Now, Muslim people actually believe Jesus existed, but he was just a
he
prophet.
just wasn't his son.
So it's just a different interpretation of it. But Jewish
just
people
talking
legitimately have a problem with the idea of Jesus.
I feel you. You're right. You're right.
But like,
It's different,
when
but
I go
still.
back to you, Catholic people only go to Catholic school for curriculum and opportunities. You don't go to Catholic school to be a better Catholic.
But even back on that, and you sending your Muslim child there, and the curriculum at Catholic school is Jesus is the Son, Jesus is the Son of God.
Yeah.
This, that, and the third.
But
That's what
they take that shit out of school too.
Do they?
Yeah,
Not Catholic
like
school.
most of the schools is out of that shit. Like you get a religion class, but I don't hear nobody talking. Like you're not seeing all these prayers a million times a day and all that.
Sure.
Like you don't even have the fathers and stuff inside the schools no more like that. Like it ain't too many priests actually teaching.
So I remember I went to Catholic school from 1st to 8th. Well, 1st to 9th.
We know that backboard.
Yeah. But when I went to 9th grade, my religion teacher in 9th grade, he was the first one that like switched my mind on thinking about religion. He broke it down to us like why would y'all believe a story? Like the Bible is the greatest story ever told.
Yeah.
Why do you believe that that's true? Like he made us think like on your own. Like instead of you, like they've been drilling on us like this is what happened. The Bible is what happened.
Yeah.
So I do want to get back to the religion stuff. All right. I don't mean to cut you off, but I just want to answer the question real quick.
Answer.
So the mental health days with kids,
Right.
how do you feel about it?
Go ahead, since he cut you off.
But then I want to circle back to her. But no, I do like where you're going with that because I do want to talk about something that I do want to talk about that.
I do think that they should because especially now kids is going through a lot like inner city.
Yeah.
With a lot of shit going on. Like you might have your a friend die.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Shit like that. Like the shit that they're going through that's fucking with them mentally. They should take a day off, a couple of days off to get they self back on track. So yeah, I believe it should happen.
Same thing with like kids. Like I know my kids' school, they send you like if you got vacation for them in the middle of the year, like you can put in like a form to let the teacher know that they'll be on vacation. If they have something dramatic happen to him, it should be a form to let you know that look, I'm not sending him today because it won't do him no justice.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? I feel that way on my son sometimes. My oldest son, like, some days, like, I'm skeptical about sending him to school. If his morning that bad, if he having a bad night and it leads to a bad morning, I'll be like, I don't even want to take him today because I know where it's going.
Right.
And it's like, you know, end up having to come pick him up early or something like that. And it's like, you should have just left him home and just start over another day.
So a mental health day doesn't necessarily have to be something like severe. It could be just
stressing.
How we take mental health days. I mean, I'm having a bad morning. I know when I go to work, it's not going to be all there. So like, as far as like, let's just say, as far as on the scale, it's the minimum, right? Mm-hmm. Your kid just having a bad morning. How do you feel?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like a bad day. Sometimes bad days trickle, and then it's like,
then it gets worse.
Okay
like
to stay home. Yeah.
So do you feel like, because my take on it was, and this was just off of like, you know, the quick reaction that I had when I responded, but then I thought a little deeper into it, and I was like, well, I had a little more leniency. But as far as like, do you feel like it kind of neglects teaching your kids like perseverance as far as like you got to get up and just kind of like do what you have to do throughout the day?
No, I don't think that, because I think we train bad, and just like the trade off for work and compensation is crazy. Like we train like, and that's what they tell you. Like school is training your kids to like to like be in a world. To like form into like a pattern. Like you got to get up, you do this, you go to lunch, you go to that. You get regimented. You don't have no time to think out the box.
Right.
And they tell you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do that. I think we those habits kind of form from school, and then you keep, because I mean your kid do need some type of structure and stuff like that. You teach them certain things, but I think we might be too far. Like if the whole landscape of the world is being like rescoped to how we think about things. The whole trade-off of working 40 hours to be off 2 days, it just doesn't make sense to me. Yeah. Even with school, like with kids being home and stuff like that, and learning at their year being home and stuff like that, and a lot of independent work you can do. Like, what the fuck is the point of them going to school every day? Like, it's more seemed like a childcare thing than anything.
My daughter didn't go to her whatchamacall, because she graduated kindergarten, but they offered like a summer program. We just opted out of it. So she stayed home for the summer, and we were still doing like schoolwork and stuff. But after I started like really thinking about it, I was like, is school just like, I understand the educational standpoint, but I could teach my kids this stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, am I just preparing my kids to be structured and that's it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I worry about that too, and then stuff what they teach your kids sometimes and what they need to know. Like, I think we have enough knowledge to teach a kid what they need to know. And I think they need to bring the college curriculum down to the high school level, where it's like you can start personalizing who you want to be. But it's more money in college. So, I want you to go to college because I make money off of you going to college. Right. But really, that like, these schools should be geared to, like, you should be going to a school that geared to something you want to be in your high school years. So you should be going to a school that you want to be like a professional in, right?
They do have schools like that, Montessori schools.
Yeah.
They cost an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
But what they do is they and somebody could correct me on it, but what my understanding is, what they do is they give like the kids like a test just to kind of see where they at. Like what are they more artistic? Are they more you know, geared towards math or English or whatever? Right. And they kind of cater the curriculum around
what that is.
Yeah, what you know, what
but that probably requires way more teachers and stuff like that.
I'm not sure.
But I'm like, even me, I went to a school for architecture and design. My school catered to people who wanted to be architects and do design works and stuff like that. Right. Like, every school should be catered to certain things. Like, you should be able to go to a high school that's teaching
same way you have skills. Like trade schools.
Yeah, like, why all that stuff exists after high school?
Yeah.
Because what they teaching you, like, why are you getting calculus if you don't plan on going in the field that requires calculus?
Right.
So it's pointless.
Right.
Why am I learning about a lot of
X and Y in equation?
Yeah.
That's the crazy.
That's the thing is, so you could be using those class to teach a person. Like, I understand that they look at the scope of like high schools that we gonna teach you enough of everything that when you go to college you could be whatever you want. But at 15, 16, 17, I kind of know what I don't want to do at least.
Right.
So I can kind of gear myself around it. Like, you should be doing more like our individual stuff to be individual things. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yep.
Well, that was a little off topic, but mental health days, yeah.
So to circle back to the religion, what was you saying?
No, I was just that was a long time ago. I don't even remember no more.
So you was talking about your 9th grade teacher?
No, I was just saying that he, as far like I said, I've been to Catholic school from 1st to 9th. So the whole 1st to 8th grade, they drilled into you what they wanted you to think. This is how it is. Yeah. When I got there, it was like he was just like different. He wanted us to open our mind on what we believed in and what the faith was and everything. And he just was like, why would you just believe what they was telling you?
Right.
The Bible is the greatest story ever told. It's a story. That don't mean that it's true. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So he was like trying to make us think, and like it blew my mind. Like I said, all this time I'm learning this is what it is. This is what it is.
Right. This is the right way. You got to do it that way.
And it was like, no, like think for yourself. Like,
is your mom like a religious person or? Mm-hmm.
So that's another thing.
How did she feel? Did you like tell her? I never told her about it.
I never even brought that home to her. I just went off the
I think that's crazy that somebody can teach you something at the tender age of like 14, 15 and it stick with you. That means it's very impactful. Yeah, like that's dope.
Because it changed the way I thought on everything.
Yeah,
like from him.
Right.
Just him open. And he talked more. It was like more. It was like a real good religious course.
See, because I just think it's interesting because the religion thing interests me because I was like raised in like a religious household. Mm-hmm. My mom, kept me in church every Sunday.
Right.
Bible study, Sunday night, Wednesdays, all that. Yeah, and then my pop was he's actually like ordained.
Okay.
So like they're both like really religious.
Right.
Me on the other hand, I'm not a religious person. I believe in God. Right. My interpretation of God is maybe a little bit different than what they think.
Think God a woman?
I think God is omnisexual.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have a sex.
All right.
But the presence of God is more feminine, I would say.
Okay.
Because nature's feminine.
Okay.
Thanks.
So that's just my interpretation of it.
Mm-hmm.
But
being though something is nurturing, it got to be feminine.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it doesn't necessarily like. I think men have feminine qualities.
Yeah, but I'm saying you describe it because it's nurturing and
Well, because it not the fact that it's just nurturing, but the fact that it breeds life. A man can't create life.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
So that's, and then you have things about like.
Deep.
No, I understand, but you good.
So that's just my interpretation. What was I saying? But yeah, basically, yeah. So that, but me being somebody that's not religious anymore, I'm a lot more spiritual. Right. And then like my daughter now has been a lot more. She's asking a lot more questions about death, like a lot of questions about death.
Okay. Yeah.
Like she'll see someone, see did they die, like stuff like that. Right. So it's like now I feel like we're gonna get into the phase of like the afterlife.
What happens after they die?
Yeah, and I have my own views on it, but at the same time, I don't know if I want to tell her my views because I'm not sure if they're correct.
See, that was the thing. So me being drilled, from my mom, my grandma, this and the third, and then me growing up and have to learn my own way. With my kids, I wouldn't drill it on them. I want them to find out for themselves. Seek your own knowledge or whatever the case.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing. And religion, just in general, the premises of religion, I feel like is so
structured,
set on structuring other people to believe what you believe in, and not even that, but you take away the freedom of thought, in it, because it's like what Heb said, this is the way you do it, this is how it's done, and you gotta be this. Right. So that's what religion is to me. It's like a structure of like this is right, and if you don't go by this, you're wrong.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And I think we need to eliminate that to let people feel like they can be what they want.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
I think one of my biggest problems with religion, especially when I grew up, was that, you know, the pastor was like seen as like the head of the church family, right? But my thing is this, like, in the family, my father is the head of my family.
Right.
But, you know, religion kind of held the pastor kind of like above, you know what I mean? I have a problem with another man being viewed as the head of my family.
Right. I think with that is like the pastor was always viewed like your closest extension to God.
To God, yeah.
And
right.
maybe in other interpretations, it's supposed to be your dad. I understand that, but I don't know. I just don't like. I'm not a big fan of religion. Like, and I come from like my family. Like, my dad Muslim, my mom a Jehovah's Witness. So so my interpretation on religion is what I want it to be.
Right.
So I'm always open to like learning what people do and how people do, but I never like people forcing things on me to go left or right. Mm-hmm. And I think what's bigger than your religion is your relationship with God. Mm-hmm. And how key is that? You know what I mean?
Right.
Because you can like, and then too many times we align our like how spiritual you are is how many times you attend church. That don't make you a good person.
Right.
That don't make you. There's people out here that never go to church.
Yeah.
And then when you really get to an age, you learn how your life changed, and you lose friends, and life church become the social club.
Right.
Like, you go to church every Sunday because that's where your friends congregate at. And so are you going for the word, or are you just going for congregation? And
that's another thing my dad, because he was kind of like, we was kind of bringing up like the whole religion and parenting thing.
Yeah.
And he was saying, because of my kids at their age, he was like, kind of like, not even from the religious aspect, but he was just like, well, what about their moral compass? Like, he felt like church was like the guide to their moral compass. And I was like, I can't totally agree. I feel like that's just a humanity thing.
Yeah, I think your faith
but I feel like what's human. Yeah. You know what I mean? I think it's natural human nature to be a good person, to strive to be a good person, to do good deeds.
Right.
Something just triggers like in you emotionally to where you know this is wrong. I don't need to know that Jesus Christ was crucified on the cross for me to be a good person.
I think religion make you just, I don't know, but yeah, I think you got to base your faith on being a good person and believing what you believe in.
Yeah,
but never like close off to the doubt of what things could be.
Then on the flip side, you got like serial killers who done kill people in the name of Jesus. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like, I don't know.
You got people
what you believe. Then,
yeah, like, you got people like, if it's evil, I think this people what people fail to realize too. If it's good in this world, it's evil in this world as well. Right. So like when you talk about like serial killers and stuff like that, people exist. Like, just demons, just people who walk this earth. If somebody can be holier than now or whatever like that, then it's definitely somebody that's evil than them, I guess. Right. But in that case of thing, but I don't close myself off to any religion. But like, I just raise my kids to be a good person. Now, my kids want to be Catholic, they can be Catholic if they want to. Right. They want to be Muslim, they can be Muslim if they want to, as long as they have like
I just want them to seek their own.
Yeah, and find some type of faith in.
Don't just.
And it ain't. In all religions, they tell you it's not your place to tell somebody where they going. Like, you can't go to church every Sunday. You can't go to the masjid every whatever day and then tell people that if you eat pork, you're going to hell. Right. If you believe in this, you're going to hell. If you don't believe in the Holy Trinity, you're going to hell. Because all religions teach you that it's not your place to say where somebody's going.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. They'll sit there and tell you that acts can't get you to heven, but acts would like condemn you to hell.
Right.
It just doesn't. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I don't feel like, I don't know. And the reason why I don't. Another reason why I don't feel like I really have a set stance on the religious aspect of it and I'm more spiritual is because I feel like every religion has ties that are kind of like alike. Everybody has one hierarchy that they believe in, which
and it all bridges from that. Yeah.
Whether it's Buddha, Allah,
like
Jesus
everybody
Christ.
believe in God, and then it's just. Everybody remixed that and came up with their own stuff, and
so with that, that's what I'm saying. So with that, like, if it's why is it so many different aspects of the same?
They're all man-made.
Yeah, and then it's an ego thing. I can't follow you because I want people to follow me.
Yeah.
So I think that's
so. What's the truth then? You know what I'm saying?
Well, you got to go back to the oldest like.
That's why it's hard to just.
The oldest religion. Like some of these religions haven't been around that long.
I feel like you got to go with what's the constant in all of them. And
like
that's having there being one hierarchy, whatever God it is, and it doesn't have to be the right name.
Right.
Just understand it's a God, and then the other one is prayer.
Right.
Because all of them have some sort of interpretation of prayer. You have Buddhists who do meditation, whatever you want to call it. I feel like those are the two constants.
That's
and everything else is
everything
just extra.
Like when you hear some people like Muslims believe in like some type of Jesus, but they believe Muhammad was the prophet or whatever like that.
Yeah.
And then like Jehovah's Witnesses they don't believe in the Trinity, they believe in Jesus, but they believe that his name was Jehovah, stuff like that. And then like certain things, like the difference between like from what my mom told me, and just basically solely off of what she told me, like the difference between like their Bible and like the regular Bible is that it's broken down to like a third grade reading level. And when you read like an older Bible, you don't even know the fucking words in there. I think everybody just took their own spin on
what they thought it
like Christianity,
but
maybe.
And that's all Bibles are interpretations of what people think
of stories told. Yeah.
So it's like
yeah.
That was dope though. That was dope. Because that was something I've been thinking about lately. So that's what's up.
Do you doubt your religion though? Like
what?
Well, not religion.
The religion I grew up on, or me?
No.
Now?
Do you doubt that what your faith is the right faith? Like you following the right path?
No.
Yeah.
Because I feel more spiritual than I ever been.
Okay.
I feel like the signs that I've received.
Yeah.
And the comfort level that I get when I have talks with God.
Yeah.
I don't think that could be incorrect.
Right.
So.
Yeah, that's why I like the thing. I think TV cookie cut things for us to make you think your guy's supposed to have like long blonde hair and blue eyes and stuff like that, or that you got to be at the edge of your bed with your knees on the ground to pray and like things like that. Like they just made things be a
you had to pray for this long at this time.
When you look up, like you live in the heavens within the clouds, the same clouds you ride the airplane with, like. Those clouds that's where your family live with white turbans and stuff like that.
And I don't knock anybody for doing that. That's not what I'm trying to do.
No, not at all.
Whatever makes you feel closer to God is just your interpretation. But
that's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Everything is open. Just like the Bible is open for interpretation, everything is open to interpretation.
Right.
Do I believe like everything? No, I pray in the shower.
Yeah.
That's my thing. You know what I mean? That's my thing. I pray in the shower. Yeah. I might pray when I'm brushing my teeth. Don't say a damn word, but you know it's all in.
I pray driving to work sometimes.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Music off and just,
I don't know about you. Close your eyes, or you just.
I don't close my eyes.
Okay. I don't feel like I need to close my eyes.
It's a conversation.
It's definitely a conversation.
I think I need to close my eyes because my mind races. I'll start thinking about things.
Now my mind might race more with my eyes closed.
Really?
Yeah. When my eyes closed, I'm really like. Yeah. I'm really in my head. Now I exist up here. With my eyes open, I probably can focus on something or I can just be on task. So it's kind of like a sub conversation I have. I might be washing my ass and having a conversation in the same breath. And what keeps my mind structured is that I'm doing something.
But
like, you know what I mean?
But that's your interpretation.
Yeah.
And the same way, like we were just talking about education and how it shouldn't be cookie cutter and all the other stuff.
Exactly.
It's the same. Like I may not be able to learn the same way. I may not be able to pray the same way as you.
But it's not a place where you can have this conversation where you can say, yo, how do you pray or whatever like that.
Right.
Like, so you know what I mean? So that was a good conversation.
Right.
That's dope. We're about to talk about some silly shit though.
Yeah, that was a little too deep. It was a little too deep for y'all.
Yeah.
What we talking about?
Yandy Bug Company, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yandy Exterminator.
Yeah, Bug Out. Bug Out.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, that's what it's definitely called.
Bug Out. Yeah. So, Yandy.
Let's get to $1.
Yeah, I'll tell you that.
Yandy Smith? Yandy Smith.
Yeah.
Yandy Smith is currently under scrutiny right now for monetizing Red Spice, who's baby mom again?
Baby Blue from Pretty Ricky.
From Pretty Ricky. Okay.
Didn't Baby Blue go to jail? Then he did the PNP.
He did the PPP.
The PPP. We talking about PNP. He did the PPP loan.
Oh, damn. So he ate a roach. She took a video
that
of it. That
wasn't no regular roach, first of all.
No, that was a different roach.
I know we say we post the video a lot, but we got to post this video.
Wait, because I got to say, who ate the roach? Baby Blue ate the roach?
No. Nah. Baby Blue.
Oh, baby blue.
What happened when you put red and blue together? Because I named Red Spice. His name baby Purple, right?
Purple, yeah.
Yeah,
So
Purple Spice.
Purple,
Baby Purple Spice.
Little perp ate it.
He ate the roach, but this wasn't no like crib roach.
That was a roach.
This was like a Madagascar joint, like the Fear Factor roach.
No, for real.
Yeah. That
real.
shit was like annihilator in his mouth, bro.
Yeah, that wasn't no hood roach. That was a Caribbean roach.
Yeah.
So he was eating the roach and they videotaped it. How that work?
She videotaped. I'm guessing she went viral on some platform for posting the video of her son with the roach in his mouth, and she like telling him spit it out, and he pulled the roach out. So that must have happened a while ago. So in Yandy, when she bring out her bug out company, you know, she used that video. I don't even know if she knows Red Spice, but she used that video to advertise like, yo, if you got roaches in your house and your kids eating them or whatever, we got this bug out going on. So
they coming at her.
So Red Spice, I don't even know if they coming at her, but Red Spice got a gripe with her because
she's monetizing.
She monetizing my
kids,
exploiting her child. That was one of the words she used, exploiting.
But she wasn't. It was kind of like a. So did you read the letter?
No, I didn't read.
So the letter was basically.
I've learned that before you finish though. In this era of time, I don't read long letters. Like I'll get halfway through and I check out.
So in the DM, she essentially said, "Take the video down. Like you don't have any right to monetize. You know, a video that I put up of my child." But then she goes on to say, but you could do it two ways. You could take the video down, or you could make me a partner.
Come on, you read.
But ain't you posting your child doing that on Instagram?
She didn't read the terms and what's that called? The terms
and accept the terms and
acceptance. When you put that shit on Instagram and all that, you do not own that.
You exploiting your child your damn self, putting them up there eating the fucking roach.
If my kid is eating a roach, the first thing I'm doing, I'm not thinking about recording.
Why would you grab the?
Get the damn roach out your mouth.
What happened to people being embarrassed? Like,
yeah,
remember you was embarrassed of things. And now it's a moment to go viral. It's an opportunity.
Yeah.
That's like a motherfucker being sad. The first thing you grab your phone,
he crying.
You crying, yo? What's wrong?
Hey, hold on, I'm crying with my phone.
But people do that though, to themselves at least.
I can't stand that shit, bro. That shit is weird to me. Weird.
Let me get these tears. Let them know. Let me let the world know how hurt I am.
Let them know I'm crying.
Yeah. I can't believe I'm recording myself crying.
That was Tyrese. Remember Tyrese did that?
What more do you want from me? I felt when he said that part.
$1,000.
I felt that
More
part.
do you want?
Fucking phone.
Not my baby.
But once she put that up, she exploited herself. And
exactly.
in the world of screen recording and all, like, you don't own no right unless you got it on a public, like, I mean, a private like site or something like that. You don't own that picture. As soon as you put them pictures up to any of these social media,
even if it's private, you still putting it up on social media. It just hinders who can see it.
Right.
But you still have however many followers you have.
No, but I'm saying like if you got like long as
like
it's
OnlyFans.
No, but like but world even that you can screenshot the OnlyFans.
She should have put that in the OnlyFans.
What, baby?
The World Wide Web. Once it's on the World Wide Web, you can't tell nobody what they can't do.
That shit to yourself, sir. That
Even the OnlyFans be circulating on Reddit.
Send it to your kids. I mean, your folks, your family, or something like you.
Not even. Just don't record. Get the damn roach out your kid's mouth. Like, come on,
Mom. You know what?
It was a big. It was a big ass roach.
Yeah,
Little Purple ate this roach.
Little Perp had a roach in his mouth.
That shit wasn't a roach.
Now, how you think he gonna feel about that when he older? I'm scared for these kids these days because they gonna grow up and they're like, here go your first Halloween costume. What was I? You was Craig from Friday. You don't remember Friday?
No, I don't.
Yeah, I mean, you watch Friday at 5 years old.
How successful I would be at roasting kids in this day and age? Like, your mom is naked on the internet. I will fry you. Like, who the fuck? Like, who is you talking to right now?
That's wild.
Your mom is posted like a stallion.
I think that's crazy too that we circulate the same internet as our kids.
Yeah.
But it's not that like we grew up on this era and they're coming into it, and it's like it's different before because it's like we was introduced to the internet and our parents didn't want nothing to do with it,
right?
Because it wasn't existing. We was like teenagers and stuff like that in this era. And then now they're becoming the teenagers and we're in our 30s and 40s and stuff like that.
Yep.
And it's like, we all live on the same platform like now. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of weird. Like,
but your mom got her OnlyFans.
Yeah, I sent your pop a friend request. You know what I mean? like I follow like my little brother friends and shit like that and stuff like that. And it's like,
picture your mom being on OnlyFans though.
Yeah, that's a wild joke.
And you try to roast me about my forces because they got a crease in them.
They said being the OnlyFans model is like similar to being like an underground rapper. You show the ass and all that, and you ain't really get no, like, you know what I mean? You ain't make $1 million off of it, so it's just like it's like a hustle for like being a rapper now. Yeah. Like, don't talk shit about a rapper who putting all these mixtapes and can't get on. But you sitting on these ass naked pictures and charging $25 and you
can't get a $5 subscription.
Yeah, yeah. You charging $25 and you only got 100. Like, you know what I mean? So it's definitely similar.
Yeah.
And it was we did the mental health days. What else we had? That was it.
That was it. Yeah, that's pretty much all.
Yeah. That was all.
Yeah, that's pretty much all.
Definitely. Good. So this is episode 20.
20, man. We've been doing 20 episodes, man.
Yeah, we
consistent, knocking them out.
Yeah. 5 months.
5 months.
Yeah.
Keep going.
How y'all feel?
5
months into it, 20 episodes.
Shit ain't fun no more. No, I'm playing. This shit a lot of work. When you grow in things, it's a lot of work. So yeah. I feel like I enjoy this part of it. Yeah. This is like the best part of it.
For sure.
I told you, like we talked about on episode 17, like the 18. The camaraderie we have. Right. That's definitely a plus. But it's a grind to it. Right. Some days it's a grind.
It's work.
Like y'all told me earlier, I ain't waiting out here all that. Like, you know what I mean?
No, you can
like,
hear it.
Sport.
You hear it in your voice.
Gave us an ear beating over the audio message. Yo, I ain't waiting no 2 hours.
Yeah. So we had those days. I would have did it if
we had a guest, but we
were supposed to have a guest. But
but
speaking of that, man,
we lied about that guest timber shit.
We got y'all, man. Eventually we gonna get this guest shit popping.
It's October now, so guest timber over.
Guest timber
over.
We ain't lie, we just got spent like a fucking dryer.
You got Tober. But no, how y'all feel though? Come on, tell me something.
Nah, I feel good about it.
Yeah,
I feel like we said before, it's therapeutic.
Yeah, definitely.
To sit down and talk to my homies, like I can open up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like more and more every episode I open up more and shit like that.
And then you tell shit that you wouldn't even realize, like the whole story with you with the Catholic school. You ain't know how bad that shit was until you said it out loud to people. Like, yo, we really had to go to school, but we had to go home for lunch and shit like that.
Yeah, I didn't even appreciate that shit.
Or I don't have a way I would ask y'all, like, yo, how you pray? Like, I wouldn't ask you that shit.
Right.
Like, this place, like, you know what I mean? It's a good spot for stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah, so I feel good, man. I feel like it's only up. We can go.
Definitely.
From here.
Right.
How
about you, Ski?
Filipino Grigio.
I feel good. I some days I do definitely get discouraged, and I think it's not during the I love the podcast part of it.
It's the work.
Yeah, it's the camera cutting off right now. It's shit like that.
The work.
It's the
guest canceling.
It's the guest canceling. It's
appeasing the guests. Shit like that.
Yeah, shit like that. Yeah. You know, that shit is the hardest part about it. But once we actually hit the record button and sit down and
all the work, this not the work. This is the
easy part.
Yeah, the work we put in all week. That's
it's like practice before you go.
It's just us.
Yeah, you know
what I mean, and to some degree, I wouldn't have it no other way.
Yeah.
Because it definitely like our as long as our communication is good, like I feel like we have really good communications throughout the week as far as like pressing, pushing the episodes and.
Yeah. We always like open to different shit. Like somebody say, "Yo, let's do this, let's do that."
Right.
I think we got to stay innovative. I think that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
I think from doing this we get a comfort. Yeah, a comfort of this because this feel good.
Yeah.
But with growth comes innovation, and innovation comes change, and change doesn't feel good.
Right.
Change require like a different version of us,
right,
or more of us, more sacrifice, because that's what people fail to realize too, like we all got life that goes on outside of us.
Yeah,
like everybody got obligation, and as fathers we all have like obligation to people. Like when we first come in here, we'll have say, yo, I had to go here, then go here, then go here. Yo, I was doing that.
Yeah.
You sometimes you still putting your kids to bed when we get here.
For
like
sure.
It just
they running out
like
while
that.
we record.
Yeah, it just like works like that. So like life doesn't stop for us to make this shit happen. It's just we kind of fit it in to everything. You know what I mean? So. Definitely though, but it definitely feel good. 20 in.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I see as far as like the trajectory goes.
Yeah.
You know, we definitely we definitely moving at a very. We're not white hot, but we're definitely moving at a very good pace.
But sometimes white hot not good because white hot flames out.
Yeah,
flames out.
I don't want to be white hot. I definitely.
And when you find success early or like temporary, like then you try like lightning in the pan.
Yeah.
When you find lightning in the pan, you try to find it again.
Yeah.
And then you can't. Sometimes you can't recreate that.
Right.
Like what happens here, and when this becomes, because we're speaking into fruition, like when it becomes that, it's going to be genuine in what really is. Like it's authentic.
Yeah.
Authentic.
We know what you meant.
Yeah, authentic. I was about to say authenticated, but it's not. It doesn't require occasion.
Right.
So authentic. It's authentic. So it's never like a pressure of like, yo, you got to be this.
Yeah.
We're gonna do this, and we're gonna have this our way. Like,
and it's us. Like, you know what I mean? We don't.
Yeah, it's not fabricated.
It's days where we hop in here and we like, yo, what's the topic going to be?
Yeah.
And we'll just think of something just to kind of like
get us started.
But like the topics go everywhere because it's just naturally us.
Definitely wasn't supposed to talk
definitely
about religion.
Happened this week. This episode, we definitely just
Oh, you heard
I like
us?
that though.
Yeah, you heard us what we talk about. We did it like twice, but we talked about some shit that, you know, we wouldn't normally talk about.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I definitely love the progression that we're at. I'll definitely say that.
I want to get I want to be.
I want some help.
Yeah, definitely.
I want some help. I mean, we need a camera guy.
Like we got a lot of things.
Yeah,
it's hard to find people to. I tell y'all this all the time. It's hard to find people to do shit for free. Like that go off a dream.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that believe just in, because you know, it's people who want to. I think Simba. Who you talking about? Not Saha, the other boy. Simba. He was talking about this today on a Breakfast Club interview. I think he was saying like, you know, people like what Russ is creating up there. LaRuss, what he creating is like everybody want to win together, and
they don't want to see him win, though.
Yeah. Like you got a group of people who want to win because they want to be a part of you winning,
right?
Or they want to win. You know what I mean? And
right.
It's like a different breath. It's like, you know, like when somebody can tell you they don't have no money for you, but they have an opportunity for you. Is can you take that and run with that?
Right.
Or you gotta be monetized first.
Yeah.
Because you don't believe. It's a dream and you don't believe in it.
Right.
So that's definitely the difference in things.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I'm happy with what we're doing.
Yeah, definitely.
So I can honestly say that. So that's how I feel about it. Sticking to it. Episode.
We done got like 5-6 different nicknames since we've been up here. Have got like 5 nicknames that he ain't had before this shit started. In 20 episodes, Have got 5 nicknames.
Yeah, Have is Mr. Nick. That's gonna be Mr. Nickname is gonna be your new nickname.
Yeah, definitely got all her nicknames since being up here.
Yeah, but this is episode 20.
2-0.
It's
the DIPP. We out.
We out.